Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's layout, which is featuring a little bit of mixed media. So this was a layout that I did for one of the challenges over at the Secret Not Secret Kit Club for the March party. And I decided to pull out this fireworks stencil from Kaisercraft, and I'm using black paper because we get bonus points for this particular challenge if you use black paper. And I thought it would be kind of fun anyway to make it like a night sky with all of these fireworks. So I pulled out my Distress Oxides in kind of multiple colors. I've got like picked raspberry and seedless preserve and I think spiced marmalade and salty ocean. I'm pretty sure those are the ones that I chose. And this, I believe the green one there is cracked pistachio. And so I'm just going over those with some different colors, and I want each little set of fireworks or each little burst to be a different color. So that's why I'm have so many colors out. They're kind of like taking over my desk actually, but I thought it would be fun to just have these fireworks, and I'm going to use the photo that is kind of there on the right hand side along with that cut file that says fantastic. And the photograph is a screenshot of my channel when it said I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I thought I'd just document that because it was kind of fun. We did a big celebration hop. If you watch my channel, you probably already know that. And so I just thought it would be fun to document that milestone. So I'm just going to keep going over these until I get the top portion of the page covered. I don't want anything lined up perfectly. I want them to look kind of haphazard, and I am going to put some additional fireworks over the top of these because, as you know, when you see fireworks in the sky, there's always like the previous firework is kind of like fizzling out as the new one comes up, and they overlap each other. So that's kind of the look I'm going for. I don't want it to be like perfectly spaced and everything is just next to each other. I want some over the top, and the ones that are going to be over the top, I'm going to actually use some glitter paste. I'm using some Glacier, I think it's called Glacier paste from Nuvo, and I'm going to use some glitter glaze. I think that's what they're called. They're both products are from Nuvo. One is the glimmer one and one is the glitter one. So I'm using the one in this pink color. I really like how bright it is, and it goes really well with the oxide inks that are underneath. And then I think I'm going to pull in a yellow and a periwinkle and a greenish color. And I just like how those look like they are the ones that are going off currently, and all of the ones that are the oxide inks are kind of faded to the background like they've already gone off. So it's just kind of a fun look. I wasn't really quite sure how to achieve this effect at first, and then I was like, you know, I bet if I put this brighter glittery stuff over the top, it will pop more and it'll kind of push all of those other pieces to the background. So that was kind of the goal, and that's what it kind of achieved. At least that's what it looks like in my opinion. So I'm pretty happy with how that came out. And this is the periwinkle color. If you need the exact colors, just drop me a comment down below and I will try to look those up for you. I'm going to try to remember to put them in the description box, but sometimes I forget, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't have access to my room right now because my son has a new job, and so he has the alternate desk in the room, and he's actually working in there right now, so I can't go and look them up for you, but I will try to put them in the description box. So, okay, so I got everything cleaned up, everything is dry, and then I'm going to back that cut file, and what I do is I turn the cut file upside down and the paper that I want to use upside down, and then I trace the outside of the cut file, and then I cut just on the inside of the lines, and then I glue it to the cut file. So if you don't know how to cut a cut file, there are a lot of videos out there on how to do it. Paige Evans definitely has one, Virginia Walker has one, and they are cut file gurus because they both make cut files. So I don't really cover that in this video, but I used a bunch of different papers that I am also using as layers underneath my photo, and all of those papers are from, at least the majority of those papers are from Damask Love, and they're just papers that I got at Joann's. with the exception of that purple that's in the center A. That is from Amy Tangerine's Picnic in the Park, I believe. And then I'm just adding a little bit of ink to the outside edge just to kind of give a pop of color. And I don't normally do that with my brushes, but I didn't have the pink sponge handy, so I just went ahead and used the brush there. I find that I like the brushes better for the ink blending over the stencils, but I still like the sponge daubers for inking the edges of papers. I think it goes on a lot smoother and you get better coverage and a lot more control actually. So now that I've got those done, I am trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. I know I want to pull in some acrylic, or I'm sorry, acetate pieces. These are not acrylic, they're acetate pieces. And I'm trying to get some of these acetate pieces used up. And I want to pull in this number 1, and then I'm looking for the letter K because I hit 1K subscribers, and so I find the K in that really light transparent turquoise, and it's sitting on top of the photograph there in case you didn't notice it there. So I've got to figure out a way that that's going to show up without putting it on top of the photograph. And in the meantime, I've going through some stickers from Jen Hadfield, and I've pulled out this one that says "You Go Girl," and then I'm pulling out this other piece, this little banner flag, or I guess it's a banner, that says "Yay, yay, yay." And so I like how those are looking. I don't think this needs a lot of embellishments because between a cut file and the mixed media, it covers quite a bit. So what I think I'm going to do with that K, as I'm sitting there looking at it and trying to figure out how I'm going to make it pop, is I'm going to just back it with some white paper. And in order to do that, I take my tiny attacher and I staple it to the white paper, and then I just cut out the white paper behind it, and that works out really well. You can see the K much better now, and I am going to staple those acetate pieces onto my page anyway, so putting the staple in it worked out fine. I find that's a really good way to attach acetate pieces without having your adhesive show. Now, it wouldn't have shown with the white paper behind it, but then attaching it to the white paper would have been a difficult thing. So, and that adhesive would have shown. So then I take some Fun Foam, just cheap stuff from Walmart. It's adhesive on one side, and I am going to go ahead and back that entire piece of cut file with a whole bunch of little pieces there. And I'm going to take my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and I'm going to put it all over the back of that cut file, and I'm going to adhere it down. And then I decide that I'm going to go ahead and add another piece of paper behind my black piece of paper to kind of frame it just like I normally do. I don't always do that with black paper, but I thought in this case, because there's a lot of white on the top, that I would go ahead and back it with some white. I did try a couple of other pieces of paper in like rainbowy kind of colors, but they were a little bit too busy and distracting for all of the detail that's on the front. So I opted to just go with white, and I really like the way that it looks. I could have probably just done a stitched edge around the entire thing, but I don't know. I just decided that I wanted to do the reverse of what I normally do. If I have white paper, I normally back it with black or some other dark color, but in this case, I just did the reverse. And then I pulled out some sequins. These are like little flower sequins, and I'm just putting like 3 sequins in each of those areas. And that's pretty much going to do it for this layout. There's not a whole lot more to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those down below. If you'd hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed, thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Here come the close-ups.